Hi, this is Lori, and this is my homework for Paul McWhorter's Uno R4 course. This will cover lessons 22 and 23, where we control a servo with a potentiometer. Now, you might notice I'm up here in Camp Failure. Previous episodes on my homework, I actually gave some tours of Camp Failure. But I'm up here enjoying the beautiful fall, getting a chance to see the leaves change. And I have some extra time today, so I'm sitting up here in the screen room, enjoying the beautiful day, listening to the birds and the rustle of the leaves. So it's a great day to do homework in a beautiful setting. Alright, so I'll show the layout I have set up here, and then we'll go through the code. I have my potentiometer, which is a little different, I think, than the ones we have in our kit. And I mounted my servo up on my little board here. I made a little holder for it so that it keeps servos upright. So I found that on, I think, Thingiverse, and adapted it to work with the ones I have. So I'm kind of proud of how it sits up there. That's a nice look, I think. And it's a little hard to see, but I have this connected over to one of the pins here on the Uno. And then there is a connection to, I don't know, I can pull this back a little bit. Maybe you can see the power and ground connections are to the rail. So might have adjusted that just a little bit. There we go. So that is there, but it's hard to see from the angle I have this filmed at. And then here's my potentiometer connected into A0. So I'll just pull that out. I modified this, and I've shown this in other videos before, but if I get enough of me here, you can see it. I modified it. Normally it doesn't have these little headers here. I soldered those on to allow this to sit, kind of plugged in upright. So that was something I've done for these kinds of projects. So it's just a little easier to work with. Okay, next we'll talk about the code and see how that looks. We'll include the needed libraries for the LED matrix and the servo, and then we'll set up the variables we're going to need. We'll set up our pin for the servo and the potentiometer, and we're going to be putting that on one of the analog pins, A0. Then we'll create two variables, servo angle and potentiometer reading, pot reading, so that we can store those data. We read the potentiometer and determine what's the right angle. We'll create our servo object. We'll have a delay time, and we'll create an object to do the LED matrix. In the setup, we'll start the serial monitor. We'll start the matrix. We'll attach the servo pin to the servo object we made, and we'll set up the potentiometer pin as an input. Then in the void loop, we'll read the potentiometer using the analog read. And then I'm going to use the map function to take the potentiometer reading and put it from a 0 to 1023 scale onto a 0 to 180 scale to get the correct servo angle for that potentiometer reading. And I know that Paul likes us to do the math for that, and I have done that many times in homeworks for Paul. And I've even written my own map functions in other homeworks, and so I feel like I've earned the right to use the map function because it's there and makes it easy to use. So that's the map function. Then we'll take that angle, we'll send it to our servo, and we'll print that information to the serial monitor. And then we'll print the angle itself, the servo angle, to the LED matrix. And we'll use this font 4x6. That's the smallest font, I think, we can use with the LED matrix. And that'll allow us to get 3 digits onto the screen, 3 characters. So I'm using that font to have that happen. And then we'll have the short delay time, and we'll keep coming around and around. So let's turn on our serial monitor, and you can see it's telling us the potentiometer and angle here. And you'll also see over here that it's showing that it's 0 degrees on the LED matrix too. And it's pointed over here. The little red tip is the kind of the measuring point for the servo. So that's 0 degrees, and you can see that my potentiometer is also pointed to this side. So let's go ahead and move it. And we'll go kind of slow and watch it move. And you can see this updating. Let's get it to 90 degrees, see if we can get there. Yeah, right about there. Okay, so there's 90 degrees. And then we'll go all the way up to 180. There we go. Here's some interesting birds. Had a lot of traffic too while I've been filming this. The road I have my camp on usually doesn't have a lot of traffic, but it's Friday. And everybody's up here probably for the fall weekend, getting to their camps and vacation homes, I guess. So maybe that's why there's so much traffic going by on the road. Usually it's very quiet up here. It can almost be scary. All right, so we get up to 180. Sorry for the sidetrack. Get up to 180 here, and then we can, take it on down. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So that's my homework. Oops, sorry for the bouncing around. I want to thank Paul for the great lessons, and thank you for watching.